And it's a double-edged sword. On the one side, it's perfect. Demonstrations are perfect for your base to be immobilized and to feel that they are part of the movement and things, even if you're not in power, things are closer to change. On the other side, demonstrations are very inconvenient if you are apolitical and you're just trying to go and drop your kids at school and be on time at work because you have an important presentation. And if in this very ordinary and very everyday route you find yourself with a protest that is blocking the street, I can assure you the more people will be annoyed than saying, you know what, I support these protesters. So it's a double-edged sword. But there is a point that more and more people start feeling that there is a moment to change. And that is a very special moment, because at this point, that person who feels something's gonna change is gonna start looking around. And if they start looking around and they see that more people like them, not the party activists who was already from day one protesting, not the one whose job depends on the party X winning. No, people like them start showing, like putting up some post on Instagram complaining. They start showing signs, liking certain post on Instagram, and then as you are scrolling, you see how they have liked.
Yeah.
Then that will create a movement that will give you definitely momentum. However, you need to keep those protests civic, peaceful,
Yeah, of course.
fun,
Mm-hmm.
right? There is
Yeah.
now going on one protest in Albania. I go Albanians like protesting against corruption. Who would have thought?
Yeah.
They call it the Flamingo protest, and then they were the Flamingo, this toy for the swimming pool.
Yeah.
The floating.
Yeah, the
flamingo.
floaties.
The floaties. How fun! I want to take part of a flamingo protest, but I wouldn't like to be part of a protest that is violent.
Yeah.
Or that ends up in cars being burned. Or that's why many authoritarians, what they do when they're in power and they have a protest, what they try to do is they try to turn this protest violent by infiltrating people in the protest, because they know very well that the apolitical or neutral type of electorate don't support violence. But if you keep it fun, you keep it light, you keep it relevant, you show how ordinary people are raising up, not only the party activists, then that can have an effect if done at the right time, which is, of course, close to an election, when there is a feeling in the public mood that something's going to change because there is a lot of corruption, there are way too many scandals, etc. So yeah, social proof is important.
But people have to be able to see themselves in those protests.
Exactly.
And yeah.
Because we, remember, we like to copy other people who are like us. So if we only see in the protest people who are not like us, who don't look like us, who don't express themselves in the same way that we do, if they speak in a very party activist line with very like strong words, or then they will not take part of it. But if they see someone who says, you know what, I am supporting this protest because, and I think it's more important, even if I miss this appointment, I think something's going to change and I'm happy that they are leading and I want to support them. That type of language, which is genuine, is authentic, will drive more people towards the protest than the typical party line of this government is corrupt because X, Y, and Z, this bit. So it's a combination of both, right? Yeah. That's why political campaigning is an art. You cannot establish scientific moments, no, where you need to act. You need to sense when is the right time to do which action and then execute. Execution is everything in political campaigning. So you and I talk about narratives all day long. How you translate that into visual products, into media moment, into conversations, into, we were talking about Magyar, Peter Magyar victory in Budapest, into a grassroots movement, that execution is more important than the theoretical.
Yeah.
Right?
Good. I think we can wrap it up. Also, we can wrap it up here. We'll definitely come back to the topic of heuristics, also in future episodes. But I think we've given the listeners a little bit of some talking points of how to deal with their crazy uncles or how to deal with the persuadables around their table when it comes to migration, instead of leaning into the already existing frames, which are long established and set up by the far right.
Exactly.
About migrants, anything related to crime or any consequences of migration. Lean into the benefits and the need of migration, because people are also very pro jobs. They're very pro social security, and the migration also, of course, helps answer a lot of these complex
And
problems.
gives the things that we have.
Yeah.
Right? It's not only to gain more things, which I believe we gain more by accepting migration from other cultures and from any walk of life, but also, to keep the things that we have right now that we so adore. We need migration as part of a bigger solution, and we are lucky because we have better solutions than the far right, who all they do is shout and say this is a problem and this is a scapegoat. But I still have not heard a single sensible solution coming from the far right on that. And that I think we should capitalize.
Yeah.